Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and I am so excited today because we have a new makeup release from Eldridge. You know I was picking it up. She has her new liquid silk eyeshadows. I couldn't pick between the shades, so I just picked up all 5. Could not help myself naturally. And she has a new color story in her eyeshadow palettes. If you've seen any of my Eldridge videos, you know I'm obsessed with her eyeshadow palettes. I think her formula is like chef's kiss. So I was very excited to see a new color story. And we are going to put all this to the test. So, you know, I've done swatches for you guys and I'm going to give you the dates, then we're going to do a look together. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get started. Before we zoom in and do a look with these products, I'm going to give you the quick details. Everything will be linked in the description box down below as well. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. 4K, no filters, you know the deal, and there will be timestamps if you're only interested in certain parts. So Lisa has done a new drop. She has released her new eyeshadow palette. She actually has 3 new eyeshadow palette color stories coming. She said she also, just detour for a second, she has done a full in-depth video of these products and her release on her channel, and I'm going to link that video down below as well. I really recommend checking out Lisa's video because she is I mean, we can all agree, she is like the sweetest person. I absolutely adore her. I love her intense love for makeup as well. And the way that she creates her products and the way that she describes them and puts them on and everything, it is a true work of art. So I truly recommend watching her video for these products to really get what they're about and, you know, how to use them best, all that kind of stuff. But she says in that video that she's got 3 new palette color stories coming, and this one being the first. So this is the color story Fawn. You're going to see it untouched and swatched in a second. Absolutely stunning. It's her normal £49 price, so I think it's almost 100 Australian dollars. I know it's an expensive palette for 6 shades. In saying that, I just paid $168 for a Tom Ford quad that sucked, so it's kind of reasonable compared to that. You know, it's still expensive, don't get me wrong. But I can already tell you, like, Lisa Eldridge's shadow formula, especially her matte formulas, are a whole other level of quality, luxury, ease of use, just stunning. I absolutely love them. Like, just to point out, this is my Vega palette, which is my favorite one from her. And look how much of this shade I have used. This is my most used eyeshadow in my collection, the French Grey. I'm gonna have to replace this at some point. Like, that's how much I love her shadows. I use them so consistently. She describes Fawn as an ultra flattering, seamless matte neutrals that don't lean too warm or too cool, with pops of shimmer in undertones, and it's basically an essential everyday palette. And I kind of agree with that sentiment. It is a very everyday friendly kind of color story, depending on what your version of everyday is, right? In the palette you get 2 seamless mattes, a velvet, a satin duo, a luminous, and a luster. And if you want to see in depth like what each of those individual kind of shades are, their formulas, I will link down below as well the original video of Lisa Eldridge releasing her eyeshadow palette. So it won't have this color story in it, but it will have the other ones, and she goes into very much a high level of detail on what each of these eyeshadow formulas are and what it means and how to best use them, that kind of a thing. So hear it from the queen herself. Then she also has her new liquid silk eyeshadows. So she already has her liquid Lurex shadows, which are like the metallic ones. I have 3 of those shades. I've got multiple videos on them. And this is the next edition. So these are the matte kind of versions. They're liquid silk. These have a very special ingredient in them, Lapacho bark. I'm totally butchering that. It's a unique oil-based, eco-friendly ingredient derived from Lapacho bark, known as the tree of life, and through sustainable extraction promotes improved skin firmness and has an immediately noticeable smoothing effect. And that's what she loves about this ingredient, is that essentially on the eyes these are supposed to be incredibly smoothing, which is very exciting. Now she's starting with 5 shades of like skin tone variants, if you will. That's what she says. Again, I got all 5 shades because couldn't help myself. You're gonna see the swatches shortly. So she talks about in her like video where she is announcing this release that these can be used as one and dones. It also sounds like these are a bit of an eye primer, because she does say to use these on clean eyes with no product on them, which I took as like no eye primer to like don't use eye primer under them as well. She talks about how they're self-setting, long-lasting, smoothing, and then you can also use these as your, I guess, your primer before using, like, say, your normal powder eyeshadows. So we'll put that to the test today as well. They're also supposed to be hydrating on the lids, so it does sound like they will be quite lovely for all lid types, but if you also have mature lids and are looking for that hydrating, smoothing effect, then let's see how these go. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to move into the swatches of the palette, and then I've done swatches of the liquid shadows, and then I've also, for the liquid eyeshadow swatches, I've done eye swatches of each of the colors as well, so that you guys can see them on the eyes, and then we will come back and I'll do a look using the liquid silk and the eyeshadow palette together. So let's do it. You are zoomed in nice and close. Let's do the full look. I just filmed the eye swatches, so if my eyes look a little funny, that's why. Let's see, which one of these do I want to use? I'm going to use these more as like an eye primer. So I'm going to use Irene because it's pretty close to my skin color. So let me apply Irene. And I will say these looked lovely, blended lovely, and I think they smoothed, so I'll have to keep you guys updated on the wear test. I'll pop a comment down below. Actually, no, I won't, because I'll probably get this up straight away. So we'll circle back for wear time. Sorry, this is a BK 212. I'm just slowly, kind of just lightly buffing that here. Now, normally I would do my eyes first. I wouldn't normally actually do my base first, which I have my base on, by the way. But I just wanted to save some time for the look. She did talk about, I think you can blend these out with your finger and stuff, but I just find it easier to just lightly do it with a brush now. And I'm also using a really, really light pressure, and less is more. This product is actually really quite spreadable, so definitely start with less and build. You can see this one looks better because I started with less than this side. I'm going to start with my actual Lisa Eldridge blending brush, and I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is called Upper West Side, and it's a velvet. So I'm just going to pick a little bit up. You can actually use your fingers pretty much for all of these if you really want to. They're really so fuss free and easy. It's the thing that I love the most about her shadows. So I'm just going to start by popping this through the crease, and this is a pretty similar color to the liquid silk that I have laid down, so you might not be able to tell too much about it. Just running this underneath my lower lash line too with the Sephora Precision Shadow Brush. Next up, I'm going to take a What's Up R103, and we're going to go into this middle shade here, which is Supernaturally. I'm just going to do the same step as that initial transition shade, but just kind of slightly more concentrated here. It's a pretty shade, and these are performing exactly how her shadows normally perform, which is absolutely delightful. This isn't sponsored. I bought these with my own money, by the way. I do absolutely adore Lisa Eldridge, but there are products of hers, like for example her foundation, unfortunately I don't love, so if I don't love something I'll tell you, but I gotta be honest, she makes an incredible makeup product, and I already know I just obsess over her eyeshadow palettes, which you can go back. I have a Lisa Eldridge playlist, I'll link that below as well if you're interested. Yeah, she just makes a good product, you know. That's very pretty. I also like, she really makes her products for the everyday makeup wearer, you know, like just a fuss-free, easy, beautiful looks. That's a really pretty shade. I actually like this. Like, I could honestly just pretty much leave this here. I'd be so happy. I'm going to take a little pencil brush and just go into that exact shade and press that underneath the lower lash line as well a little bit. Rephr 14, let's go into a little touch of, I might go into this one right here, which is Burnt Clove. And I know she kind of made this palette, I mean, it was about her time in New York, she said, and literary, but also like the Edwardian era of makeup with like using burnt clove, which I really liked. If you've seen her BBC history, makeup history series, you'll kind of get what she's talking about there. Which, if you haven't seen that series, look it up on YouTube, it's phenomenal. I think it's on her channel actually. So I'm just slightly deepening the outer corner here, just really softly. And then I'm just taking that What's Up Beauty and I'm just going to softly blend here. Just that pencil brush again, and I'll go into that burnt clove and just lightly do that as well. I'm just going to put some of my espresso, I think it's espresso or ground coffee eyeliner in my top waterline from Lisa. And I'm just going to put the Victoria brightener on my lower waterline. And then with Lisa's metallic shadows, so if you want like an intense payoff, you can use your finger, and if you want a softer payoff, you can use your brush, or use a brush I should say. And like always, I'll do one eye without intensifiers, one eye with intensifiers, but she kind of has already designed her shadows to have different levels of intensity. So I know the intensifiers is going to make it be more intense in the sense that like, and especially if I use my finger, just because that's the way she's kind of designed her shadows. I don't know if that made sense. Let's go this one or, actually let's go this one. No, let's do this one. This one. Debutante? I think it's Debutante, right? This is a Sonia G Worker Pro. So I'll go with the brush first so you can see, and then we'll go in with the finger. Oh, I like this shade. It's such a pretty, soft, subtle shade. That look is gorgeous. That is beautiful. Wow. And because it might not look anything special right now, but I bet you get in some lighting and it's like that light hits it right, it's gonna look pretty stunning. But that's also so soft and wearable. I love that so much. Like, I intensely love that. Wow. Okay. I really like this look. Now let's try with intensifiers. As you can see, it's kind of more metallic-y. Still very pretty. I actually like both sides again. Tailorable. It's not like the Tom, if you caught my Get Ready With Me where I tried the Tom Ford Meteoric Quad, where like when I wasn't using intensifiers, it was just literally like, is there even shadow on the lid? This isn't like this. It's just, it's still beautiful. There's still shadow. It's just a different finish. So again, it's tailorable, which I don't mind. I actually like shadows where I can use intensifiers and not use it and it gives me different finishes, that kind of a thing. But with that Tom Ford Meteoric Quad, it was just like, are you even doing anything at all, period? Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. So I'm gonna go with my finger and just put some more intensity. See how that amps it up a bit? Love. I really, really, really like that. This is just that What's Up brush. I've got no extra color on it. I'm just fluffing through here. I'm just going to take that exact Sonia G brush we used. I've just wiped the excess off my Sigma switch. I'm going to go into a little bit of this one, which is White Tie. This one is a bit more of like a, well, this is called the Luminous, and I'm actually just going to tap this over the top. Kind of like add some Starry Night Sky. That's pretty. I really, really am into that. And then just with a Sonia G pencil brush, I'm going back into Debutante, and I'm just going to use that for the inner corner. Just a little bit. I do have some fallout, which, you know, to be expected generally. I mean, I probably just didn't tap my brushes off enough, but I'm just going to take some of my Chanel Ultra Le Tint pressed powder or pressed foundation powder with an MY3, sorry, and I'll just clean that up under here. But like, normally I do my eyes first, so I wouldn't normally have this, but as I said, I did my face first. But it's cleaning up just fine. I'm gonna put some Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara on. You could obviously put a wing on if you wanted to. If you haven't tried her mascara before as well, it's also very, very good. It's like falsies. Okay, so that's the eyes complete, and I am stoked. I think that looks lovely, truly. I really do. I'm really happy with it. I think it's a very, very pretty, everyday, subtle eye look, or eyeshadow palette, I should say, that you can kind of glam up, but I don't know, I like these tones. I really like this eye look. I feel very me in it. I really do. So I'm happy, and it's the Lisa quality you know and love. I'm just now going to do the rest of my makeup. I haven't done bronzer or anything, so I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer with my Sonia G TF1. Just give myself some colour. The foundation and everything I used will be in the description box as well if you're wondering. I'm going to take the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Highlighter in Pink Moon, which these are some of my all-time favorite liquid highlights. They're absolutely incredible if you haven't tried them. makeup so much. I never actually picked up one of her liquid blushes and then she's never brought them back, but you can use her lipsticks as liquid blushes. So I've got the shade Petal in True Velvet. In the True Velvet formula, I should say. So I just put some on the back of my hand, like so. And then this is a Sigma F43, and I just kind of stamp it in, and very softly. Oh, that as a blush color, my lordy. Look at that as a blush color. Could obviously build this up a lot more. I just want it to be a little bit subtle. Oh, I love that as a blush color. That is perfection, truly perfection. I've never tried that as a blush color yet. I've only tried Fawn as my blush color so far, and oh, that's stunning. That is stunning. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Chanel Winter Le Beiges blush in Rose Polare, just a really small amount. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna skip setting spray because my skin's looking pretty good and I just don't want it to change at all because I like it. Lip liner, I'm gonna take her Lisa's Lip Sculpt in 1N. This is one of my favorite lip liners. I just love the shade of it so much. And then I'm gonna take one of her new lip melts, or yeah, I think they're lip melts, Baumes or something, in the shade Sweet Fig. Which these are very hydrating. Like if you're looking for like a really tinted lip balm type product, this is what you want. Oh, I think that looks so nice. All right, let me zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, finished look. What do you think? I love this. I really do. I feel very much like me in this look, in this eye look. I am stoked. I didn't expect not to be, if I'm honest. I think these are a huge win. I'll keep testing them and I will update you on the wear time because obviously I have not tested that, so full transparency. But the way that these apply, they do look smoothing on the lids. They look stunning on the lids and they blend it out beautifully, and they really did set down, and blending out my eyeshadow on top of them was absolutely lovely. So I really like them. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of them. I really can. If they were gonna crease terribly, they would already be creasing, I can assure you, because of my hooded eyes. So then, especially because I don't have an eye primer on. So they're definitely not like, if they're gonna crease this after a long wear time, I can tell. But it feels like these will be good just because they do dry down quite quickly. Even when I did the eye swatches, I only had the shadow on for about 30 seconds, if that, and like taking it off, it was like I had to use like a little bit of oil and stuff because it had already completely set down. So I do not think these will crease, but I will keep you updated. And I love this. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really do. I think it's beautiful. Is it like a must-have? Only you can decide that for yourself. Everyone's value of $1 is different. If you absolutely love and adore the Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow formula though, you will love this. Like, especially if this is your color story. Like, these mattes are beautiful. I love these tones. I think this look is gorgeous. I think this is adding something to her eyeshadow collection that she didn't have. I really think this is a nice little addition. I think as well, if you haven't tried her formulas before and like you haven't really found a color story, I think this is a really good entry into her palettes. I love it. I regret nothing. Once again, Lisa has done it and impressed me and floored me just like I thought she would. But let me know your thoughts. I'd be very interested to see what you guys think down below, and if you're either picking it up, have you picked it up, like what are you thinking? But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm super happy with this. I absolutely love it, and Lisa always just makes me realize just how much I love makeup. She really does. I just am such an admirer of her. I really am. Anyway, if you're watching to this point, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Extra special shout out to my Lily Absolute Legends and all my other members. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.